pass could have been a double pass, a hitch pass, leaving number 81 wide open. All he had to do was just put his hands on the ball enough to get it over the hump into the pass, into Jackie Flowers' hands. They are not trying to get the ball. They're not swinging to, from what I see on offense, they're not swinging to the left side of the line, they're not going to their key pass receivers.
So Dobson to punt on the 4th and long. Man deep is Henderson. He punts it away from him. This one hits the turf. Bounces off the leg of Charles Jenkins of the Diesel and out of bounds. They'll rule it down. Looks like at the 27. So with 9:56 to go here in this third quarter of play, I'm going to give the ball back over to the Houston Hurricanes. We have to see who they come out with the quarterback this time. We've seen them use 3 different ones already tonight.
They're playing a fairly decent football game considering the fact that they don't have, it doesn't look like they got 22, 24 players over there. You know, they come here up from Houston and they're playing with some of their best players. I got there still are missing some. In talking to the coach earlier, he was saying that he had some key players that couldn't make the trip, but they will see us down in Houston. That's what he promised us. At the same time, Dallas they're here in full force. The Dallas Diesel is 75 deep on the sideline, or maybe 65 deep on the sideline from what I can see here.
Well, Will Thomas, we called his name playing defense a moment ago. He'll stand under center, and he'll have a power I formation in the backfield behind him.
Some of the players indicating that that was a fumble, or the ball, but the official indicates that it goes back to the Houston Hurricanes. That was a mishandled shift from the center to the quarterback. That Dallas Diesel front line, I'm telling you, they have got to be one of the hardest hitting, hardest rushing individuals in the league. They're not giving up anything on the rush, and as far as the pass is concerned, the defensive backfield is doing a bit of a pretty good job, just keeping in the areas where the receivers are going. But at the same time, if it wasn't for the pressure that the defensive line is putting on there, then we wouldn't have. They'd be able to complete some passes. I'm really impressed with the Dallas Diesel front line. They play great ball.
6.5 minutes gone by here in the third quarter of play. Puts the ball on the turf, scooped up. Running into the end zone is Big Tiger Towns for a Dallas Diesel touchdown.
Like I was stating from the very beginning, that front line, if you notice on that play, on the play, you had number 93 leap across the line just at the shift of the ball. 93 leap across the line just at the shift of the ball to catch the offensive line, to catch the quarterback by his leg to pull the ball loose and get running. That was Tiger Towns that picked up the fumble and ran in and did the super Tiger Towns dance.
So the big man can move. That puts Dallas out in front 18-0.
Dallas Diesel has their defense is, you can't praise them enough because they go to play football. They play well. They stay in the pocket. The offense also, it's a little bit harder for the offense at this level of football to click or gel quite as well as the defense. But here the defense, they have some key players, some star players. And them star players are going to do excellent jobs the rest of the season.
Blanchard on now to try the extra point.
Number 11, Neil Blanchard, to attempt the extra point. Brian Dobson holding the...
Out of the hold of Dobson. Kick is up, and it is true. Right down the heart of the goalpost. Gives Dallas a 19-0 lead here as we're not quite midway through the third quarter of play.
They did score a touchdown. It's 19-6.
Right. I was used to saying 19. Well, yeah, you can't.
But you're so used to saying 0 because the games are never quite as tight as what they look in the third and fourth period.
You can't forget about that big defensive touchdown that Houston scored. That's right.
You can't forget about it, but at the same time, the way that Dallas Diesel has been playing and the way that the offense has been holding. They may be in 4 plays and then out. At the same time, they may be. Only the fumbles or only the interceptions have been the key to stopping the offense for the Dallas Diesel.
So once again, just like Marcus said, 19-6 Dallas leads, not 19-0.
But that's okay. I mean, every now and then you just get so used when watching the Dallas Diesel play a team, at least in the past 3 weeks, of seeing zeros or low scores that it is phenomenal that they do have a score.
Well, the Dallas Diesel haven't given up much more than 6. I don't think they've given up more than 6 at all in either of the last 2 games we've seen. And it is possible that they have raised the ante somewhat here. When it was 12-6, obviously Houston, feeling they were right back in it within striking distance, maybe they could take over this game. Now the big return by Towns puts Dallas up by 13. Still plenty of time in this one as Henderson fields the punt. Not a bad return, straight up the middle of the field. He was whacked hard at the 35-yard line.
He was hit by number 67 on the Dallas defense. And 67 is
Andre Whitby.
Andre? Excuse me.
And of course, Whitby had help on that one.
Yeah, his first initial hit was Whitby because he turned right into him, which was a good tackle for the guy. The guy got out there and got his shoulder in on things and gets to play some ball.
Looked like Anthony Rowans, number 33, was in there as well. And Rowans, I see now, staying in to play the free safety. And he'll be joined by Joe Davis in the secondary. Derek Dotson will be in as well. So the Diesel mixing up their personnel here in the secondary. Wayne Briggs is in there as well. Henderson takes the little pitch, dances around. James Walton, 56, brought him down. Briggs was in there also to make sure that he didn't go anywhere after the fact. There you see Walton celebrating.
James Walton has been on a couple of key defensive plays today. And each one of them have resulted in a loss for the Houston Hurricane team. They haven't been able to get down, get anything going. If you notice on each one of the plays, the down lineman is going straight over the center's head and grabbing the quarterback before he gets an opportunity to hand the ball off. That looks like something that they've been practicing now. Or maybe they haven't been practicing, but it's working. Earlier it caused a touchdown recovery by Towns, a fumble recovery by Tiger Towns to run in for a touchdown, and now they're going to try it again. As a matter of fact, that's number 92, Cedric Wilcox.
Loss of 12 on the play, 2nd down and 22 for Will Thomas and the Houston Hurricanes. Thomas firing that left-handed slingshot pass incomplete. Intended receiver on the play looked like 89, Raphael Lott. And we'll see action at a couple of spots for Houston here on the night. And the incompletion forces them into another 3rd and long situation. This time they need 22 again for the first.
Every team that comes in here can't be as bad as what the Dallas Diesel make them look like on this field, because they stop them. They had to go into a shotgun position in order to be able to get away from the tremendous rush that's being put on this team.
And out of the shotgun this time, Thomas goes long, intended for Lott again. That one was way incomplete. There was coverage on the play for the Diesel, Derek Dotson.
And, I'm sorry, Derek Dotson was in on the coverage, and Anthony Rollins.
Penalty markers on the play, back deep in the backfield, though, as Thomas was getting up very slowly.